Welcome to the first game between Charruas and Bloodseekers. It's the last set of the day. This is a Category C matchup on Patagonia. The first game always being on Patagonia, of course. So let's introduce the players here first, and we can get started with the fun. So in the blue, we have Quattro Lazo playing as the Vietnamese. In the green, we have Khaleesi playing as the Khmer. In the teal, we have Siba playing as the Burgundians. And in the gray, we have Macaco playing as the Britons. Good stuff, good stuff. On the other side, we have Mayans. Mayans for Camilo. We have in the purple here, we have Panzer playing as the Indians. All right. In the yellow, we have Berbers for David Spin. Or Davide Spin. Maybe, something. And in the red, we have Isis Ragnar playing as the Aztecs. So both Mesosiths being picked on this map. That's interesting. You don't often see that both flanked players go for Mesosiths. So that's unusual, I'd say. Usually you kind of shake it up, but maybe because they didn't get Ethiopians, neither side did, they decided to go for this. So we'll see. I'm getting a sip of water there. Now, let's see. What should we talk about first? Oh yeah, right. Resources. I knew that. In the red here, for red we have a 4 main gold and another gold forward. So lots of his gold is forward there. It's gonna be rough to secure that. It's kind of weird between the wood lines here. Main gold over here on a hill. In the end, I'd say it's a rough base to secure, but you have your berries to the back, so at least there's that. The blue, kind of a similar story to a degree. You got a gold forward there, a main gold kind of to the side of the map near this hill, so you might even make a case just a wall between this. Just put a house in a house, right? And then try the wall there, keeping this part of your base safe, because you don't want your enemy to get control of this hill. Berries in the back, we'll be happy with that. Gray's main goal is to the back, but it's quite out in the open, so you still have to secure it somehow. Those are not his berries, that's just random berries. These are his berries. Also to the back, another gold right there next to the stone. So lots of gold to fall back on, but you do have a forward gold, but quite in the open and quite close to orange. Gray and orange are actually very close together, so gray is quite far away from teal. Generation kind of awkward there for them. Yeah, so I don't think gray should go for this gold. That's risky. On the other side, orange has a forward gold, has a main gold that is kind of, it's to the back side maybe, but it's quite in the open, but right next to his other gold. So if you want to go for this gold, and I think he will, they'll get a wall around it and secure it somehow. Berries forward too, so that's risky. I saw orange running around. Oh, orange, that's what I thought. Orange tried to lame this. He tried to lame the villager from gray. That's what I thought. Saw him hanging out there. That's darn Mesosiths for you. He could have tried to steal it. That is legal. You're allowed to lame. But yeah, gray does get the boar without too much trouble, and orange is just gonna have to run away. I wonder if red was also thinking about laming. But Mesosiths, it's easier to lame boars because the speed of the eagle is closely, it's very close to the boar speed. So you don't often run too far away from it. Players are about to click up here. Only 17 villagers for the Britain player. Probably had some TC idle time there. Maybe because the boar came in a bit late there. That might be a reason. Villagers quite weak. Almost died to a boar. Ooh boy. Wall now from blue, and interestingly decides to wall the back first, which is fascinating to me. Definitely fascinating to me. In any case, gonna drop a barracks. Is that? Those are still villagers. Gray was a bit delayed for sure, which will definitely help the Mayan player over here. Now I'm curious to see if we're going to see some men-at-arms shenanigans. Of course, with the Mesosiths, you can get... They're pretty good at that, usually. considering they can't make cavalry, so it is like their signature opening for sure. But you don't have to. You can just go straight into archers here, especially when your opponent is delayed, which of course you don't know. Hasn't clicked up yet. Gray. Okay, he realized. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Wall in the front, I like that. He's walling right there. I like this a lot too. That will keep your base a lot safer. It's just a long wall to defend. Yeah, all good. Ooh, we are getting some men-at-arms then from the Aztec player. Of course, makes his military units quite fast, so, you know, if you're a bit late with the men-at-arms, it's fine. The walls aren't up for blue. Blue started walling in the back. That is weird to me because the first pressure comes in at the front. Imagine if the walls are up over here, right? Then red cannot send in units anymore. Although red is actually not sending its units that way. So this might actually work out really nicely. What if this is like a 2000 IQ play by blue, you know, knowing that the men-at-arms are going to hit him from the back, so he walls that first, and he knows it's too obvious to go to the front. Red will think that I've walled it up and will try to go from the back, so I'll just wall the back first and instead of the front. Aha! Unfortunately for him, red now, with some 2000 IQ plays of his own, is doubling back down here, trying to find some damage. And yellow wisely keeping this open. He told red, yo, this is a hole here. Yellow's gonna keep this open, and it's gonna allow red to get in with the men-at-arms. And maybe even before blue even gets to... Wow, blue! Wait, why is it feudal uptime so late? Uh-oh. Yep. They're just gonna let this villager fight the wolf. They're not gonna interfere here. Oh, actually. Oh, blue just realized it. And that villager's a goner. She goes down. I would say woo woo woo, but that's the wrong channel. And now suddenly you got 3 men-at-arms in here, an eagle and 2 scouts. And these scouts are going to keep this hole open. You have walled your entire map. A giant wall. And it mattered nothing. That's the most frustrating part of the early game rush. That one hole renders the entire wall futile. Pretty much. As green wants to take a fight over here. Nice micro from green to microwave a weak one, because if you if you saw that red's units were following green scouts for a long time there, but now picking off a villager. Red, make sure you don't run into the downside there. Oh, we got the town bell. Just get some shots in here. Yellow should probably stay close, try to do some damage. Green doing a good job at making a lot of scouts here with Khmer. That definitely helps to protect his teammate, because otherwise blue would have been in a pickle already. With his late uptime and all. Don't click the town belt though. That's not good. Okay. Green is going to clear this up now. Yeah, this is good. Very good stuff from green. See, this is what you do. When you know that when your teammate is behind, you overproduce scouts and you clear it up and allow them to actually get into the game. Because if green just sits back and booms and does nothing, then blue dies. And then blue can't get up to the castle age, can't help green in pushing and defending, and then green dies later too. So, you know, it doesn't help you to just boom and let your teammate die. Gotta get a support. On the other side though, gray now under pressure, so like the Charruas team being pressured from all sides and hasn't responded to this. Oh, now responds. House wall, something. There's still a hole. Another hole. Uh-oh. No, there was still a nice hole there for orange and purple to run right in here, and that's exactly what they're doing. The army number 4. This army is a lot scarier than what was in blue's base because it's archers and scouts together. No fletching on these archers though. Ooh, I would never move out without fletching on your archers. You kind of need that to really, otherwise it's not really worth it to move out. I mean, it's been worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely been worth it here. But I'm just meaning, like, it's easier to kill villagers that way. Then you move out and you try to kill vills, and then you can't because you're not doing enough damage. And that's how it might not be worth it. Doesn't have... he does have a blacksmith, so no excuses. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, you got fletching. We're all good now. Now it's time to just waltz right through, get to the gold, right? Britain player behind in the archer numbers. I only see one archer range from the Britain player. Oh boy, this is starting to look pretty rough here for Grey there. It's only because of the pockets that the flanks are still alive here. So far. I don't know, like the flanks, they were both up late to feudal age, and now they're not even making a whole lot of archers here as a villager goes down for Grey, and purple and orange making their way to the gold there. Really good stuff. Yeah, and now you have to leave the gold. Oh no! So many vills could die there. Okay, teal wants to pounce on this, but yeah, purple realizing that is going to get behind. So yeah, teal needs to produce a lot of scouts here. Can't just go up the castle age, and I think that's what he wants. Oh boy. You have the gold though. Just make some scouts. You need to help here right now. Because Grey doesn't have gold, he has to make skirmishers, which is always far from ideal. Now, this is all good damage for orange. They won't know that there's a wood line up there, so they're not going to go look for that. This is all good for them right now. Just denying the gold so far is going to push Grey off of the berries right now. Yeah, there he goes. Just damaging the economy for Grey as much as they can. Meantime, red is looking to do some damage over there. Looks like wow, looks like blue makes it to the castle. Was he going to go fast castle then? Okay. So, you know, I was questioning before why his uptime was so late. I hadn't really looked at his economy to see what was going on, but I think he wanted to go fast castle, and it definitely delayed him. But he did manage to get there now. Crossbows are, of course, very scary. But he only has 4 so far, so that's the thing. The damage has been done. Nice fight over here by teal. Teal and purple both kind of cancelling each other out, but of course it's easier to reinforce for teal than it is for purple. Yeah, you still have a lot of archers in the back of your base there, so you still wouldn't be happy with that. And Grey now dropping a watchtower over here with 1 villager. That's not going to go up because orange is going to deny that. Yep, no, run away. Going to abandon that so far. I wonder if orange is thinking, where are all these villagers coming from? He is looking for it. He is looking for it, and Grey realizes he has to run away with the fills, but orange is going to find it. He's going to chase this down, and there's no way to run. There's absolutely no way to run. Yeah, he has to... Grey quickly trying to back out, and orange, ooh, going the wrong way. Scouts, though. No upgrades on him, though. So let's see what orange micro is going to look like. Orange. Orange is gonna go for the villagers instead. No, now he focuses down the scout. 1 scout down, 2 scouts down. Sit in the corner, choke point. There's a really nice choke point right there. Yep, and now teal without the upgrades is hard to compete. Teal just wanted to go to the castle age. Ooh, but red making it all the way over to green there, and green had no defense. Green was going up the castle age as well and stopped producing military, and now there's nothing to defend him. And now blue is forced to send his first crossbows back instead of over to red's base. This is really good for red. Yeah, the Bloodseekers, they're out for blood, man. Orange has broken out with his archers. He's just going to run away from that. For now, red happy to just do some damage, forcing Khaleesi into a tower that will go up, but at the cost of some vills there. These scouts do have armor, so they're much more difficult to kill here. Yeah, this is good. I think red is going to lose his archers, but let's see how much value he can get from them. Got most of the scouts. Unfortunately, the scouts are not going to do much anymore at this point anyways. It's going to be knights from now on. Cavalier upgrade coming in for teal. So let's see if the faster castle age, if they can turn this into a decisive advantage before purple and yellow get going with their knight spam. Because the knights are already on their way. If blue is unlucky, yellow might actually catch these crossbows off guard. Ooh. Yeah, blue can see the knights, but yellow can actually not see the crossbows because knight line of sight is pretty bad. Except if you're Franks, because they have more line of sight. The scout cavalry still roaming around in Grey's base, keeping him on the back foot. Grey is only on 31 villagers, so he's definitely quite behind there. Gonna take a miracle for him to get back into the game, and unfortunately, losing Britons as your, Britain's not, if your Britain player is kind of weak, kind of out of the game. That's a tough loss to swallow there, because they're one of the strongest flank civs here. Now red, realizing that most of his gold is in awkward positions, is going to try to drop a town center, but in a Rough location right at the bottom of this hill, and this is why. This is exactly why it is a rough location, because blue is just going to sit here, it's going to camp, use the hill damage, killing the knights quite fast. They don't have a lot of upgrades either. Very nice micro from blue here. Definitely redeeming himself a bit here. Coming back into the game, using that faster castle time to get more crossbows out. Still has the hill. Killed a lot of knights for yellow, but still, red pushing up and red using that time to get that town center up. So I think that was probably worth it. But I wonder if blue is going to be enticed into dropping a siege workshop somewhere over here to start pushing that. Be pretty nice from the mangonel. Or a castle. Ooh. Blue still has to micro though. He cannot lose his knights, his crossbows just yet, because if he ever wants to go for a castle drop, you gotta have an army. Like that. My god. Look at that giant archer army for orange. That's gonna be crossbows now, accompanied by Indian camels. Burgundian player is gonna struggle. And so is the grey player. Yeah, this is not gonna be a pleasure walk for either of them. Not once the upgrades come in and they start pushing. I think you can add some siege there, start pushing this position fast, maybe end the game a bit before we get to Imperial Age, although probably gonna go to Imp. I have a hunch. You know, just a hunch. Ooh, very nice. Ah, Town Bell. This is why we don't ring Town Bell. See, these villages do not have to be idle, right? I know you don't have to individually garrison and ungarrison the villages, but still, the eco damage you do to yourself right now, these villages are still idle. The fight is here, right? And the fight is going pretty well for blue and green even. Like, again, no need to idle yourself there. Red losing all those crossbows, and now you suddenly have a nice position. You have the stone, send the vills forward, and drop that castle right now. Drop it right there, on the golds. On the town center. This is the moment. Yes, he's doing it. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Really good play from blue. This is what I need. Win that fight, gain the map control, secure it with a castle. Perfect. Let's just check what's going on the other side. Like what I expected. Gray and teal kind of getting rolled over here. And blue now going to drop a castle. He wants to drop it right there. Really good. And we're also going to stop the siege from working. Ah, that is a conservative castle. Drop it here so it ranges the gold. I mean, it's going to stop the pressure coming in, but I wanted a more offensive castle. That would have been better. But if it even goes up here, yellow actually sniping a lot of these villages already. Red too. Man, what are you doing to me here? Blue. That was close. But it's going to take a while to get up now. Half the villagers building it died. But you see what I mean? Like, drop it here, right? And this town center immediately gets shot down. The gold is denied for red. This gold is not safe. That would be a really great castle. But now, it's too far back. It's not going to range any of this. So you just have to still have to fight for it. And that castle is doing it for you. That's nice. So we had a little pause there. In the meantime, though, Gray is still losing ground to this. He's trying to boom. He's trying to get back into this game. But on one archery range, it's going to be rough. Villager count for Gray, 37. That's not too hot either. But still, this castle, really good. It has a great position. It's going to be tough for red and yellow to push up this hill. They'll have to go around it now to get to blue's base, which they probably will. There's also a thing. Dropping a castle here, it's aggressive. It's forcing fights. You know, you force yellow and red to engage against this. And red rings the town bell. No, not the town bell. Look how much eco is idle right now. Don't ring the town bell. I don't want to sound like a prick, you know, like telling people what to do, but please, don't ring the town bell. I mean, I think we all agree that the town bell sucks the most in AoE 4, you know, like that constant ringing. I'm glad that the developers listen to that and they're gonna change it. But it's true. It's the same in Age of Empires 2. That sound makes my skin crawl. Town Bell has its place. This is not it. Town Bell works if you're like raided, like your entire economy is raided and you have to garrison everything, you know, because everything is about to die. then you can go for the town bell. But until then, you don't ring the town bell, because these villagers don't need to be idle right now. They need to be working so you can produce more units so you can defend yourself against this. You idle them, then your army loses, then your town centers will come under attack, and then you actually have to garrison your villagers. You know, you're kind of creating the conditions for which you need to idle your entire economy by idling your entire economy before that. That makes sense. But we're sad to have a huge battle over here, because it looks like purple and orange are probably itching to force a fight over here to clear out the army for teal and gray once and for all, and push this indefinitely. These camels are all, everything is fully upgraded for the castle age. But orange deciding to pull back here. Might want to go up the imperial age here soon. Like the gold count looking pretty solid there. He only needs to idle his economy a bit to get the food. Red is up to imp though. And that is dangerous for blue, because blue not on his way to imp. Castle now for yellow. Red will be able, you know, might want, yeah, he's going to drop a castle of his own, and then he's just going to trap this castle down, take this position back. That's the thing too. Yes, you have a nice position now, but now they're just sitting here and camping this. Which is nice if you have an economy lead, but you can tell by the score, your opponents are probably ahead of you there. Let's not sit, let's not sit back, let's force some fight. Try to get in with the knights over here, forcing red to react to this, because now you're giving them a lot of time to just get back into this game here. Also, you're giving orange and purple a lot of time, who is still looking to take a fight here. Oh boy, teal. Oh no, okay, he wasn't paying attention to his cavalier. He's like, no, don't take the fight yet. The fact that Burgundians do not get bloodlines is not helping them in this matchup. It really isn't helping them. Alrighty, a castle now for Grey, right in the middle of his town. That will definitely help stall out the pressure, but Orange responding with a castle of his own. This is going to force the issue, because now both players will want to take a fight. Grey trying to get close to kill the crossbows here, deleting some houses, but Purple blocking the way. Orange is behind here. We got ourselves a huge fight, but Grey's crossbows are between the camels and the units from Teal. Teal cannot engage here, so a lot of crossbows for Grey already going down as we speak. And Orange still sitting behind there. This looks like it's much better for Purple and Orange there. Just a poor start of the fight for Purple, for Grey and Teal. Okay, Teal now engaging with the camels, but still it's camels. Still a lot of crossbows behind. The castle for Orange goes up first. The castle for Grey goes up. It will go up. It will go up. And now you got two castles kind of kissing. Purple definitely taking a lot of losses there, but I think in the end they will be happy with this fight over here. They will also be happy with the position they're getting right now, because this hill, this castle does not protect the approach to this hill. It does not control this hill, and now they're going to have a nice position to push from, as Blue is still not in the Imperial Age, but they are running into the economy now. Good. This is good. Exactly. Get out, use your knights, run around, but don't fight the Arbalest. Okay, let's just not look at that. Question is it too late? Is it too late? As Green is spamming more units here, the production from Green has been good, but if you're spamming units like that, are you going to go up to Imp? Well, you can click up. Blue has clicked up as well. Realizes he needs Arbalest. That is very true, by the way. If they ever want to push this side, they need to get to Imperial Age and start using Imperial Age technology. Yellow is not in Imperial Age, is not gonna get their... Well, he can sell his food, maybe. He has an insane amount of food. 3,000 food? How? He doesn't have that many farms. That's crazy. Okay, we'll just watch as a Yellow kills some units over here. I gotta reply to my wife. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay, well, Blue kind of dying to the Knights now. Such a nice position. Took the fight. Such a nice position. And now they're still in a rough spot. They're still not pushing red. They're being pushed by red and yellow. And gray is dying. Well, I mean, blue still has a giant army here. He still has a good number of arbalests over there. Even some rattan archers in there. So he's not gonna want to. He's not gonna want to give up here just yet. Imagine if he had 60 rattan archers. That'd be awesome. Rattan archers are awesome. They're like huskarls with bows and arrows. Who's gonna win this? Someone making petards? Aw, no petards. I also love how gray right-clicked the castle so it's not targeting any units that walk by it. So orange can just sit here with his units. Kind of funny. Ooh, but the knights from yellow. Yellow realizing he's not going to be able to take the fight against the main army. He's just going to go into the economy and raid. Lots of villagers going down. He's sending more vills to the wood line. There's knights here. Blue. Blue's vill count is going down so fast here. I bet he was at like 80 or something. He's lost 30 villages in the last 5 minutes. What a massacre. He's trying to catch up now, but now the front, you know, the arbalests leave the front. Now the front is going to go down. And green is still getting his upgrade, you know, or her upgrades. I don't know if Khaleesi's a dude or a girl, but, you know, the name is feminine, so I'm just going to call she. Getting her upgrades, but it's just, is it too late? Is it too late? And if you're being pushed on both flanks. Yes, petards! It didn't work out though, but you need a few more. That's funny. You know, this is possible because both players, I think, right-click the castle of each other, so you can actually do that. But yeah, blue is about to lose most of his economy here. Yellow, I mean, yellow lost a lot of units there. You know, he's not in Imperial Age, so he couldn't really fight anyways, but he got so many kills, totally worth it. And also look what red is doing. He's getting the Eagle Warrior upgrade. He doesn't want to make more arbalests. He's making them right now, but he actually wants to switch into some eagles, which blue does not have an answer to. Which green does not have an answer to right now. This castle is pretty clutch. I mean, it was pretty clutch. It's going to go down right now because Trebuchet, Indian Camels, yeah, that's a goner castle. But it did stall this push out. It did stall this push out quite some time there, so that's really good. As blue he was still repairing that. Yeah, there it goes. Now the Indian Camels running into Gray's economy. Gray's going to try the same thing with another castle, but that is going to go up because there's enough villagers building that. And Teal's trying to reinforce and build another castle over here to gain some position to protect 45 stone. And yeah, but Gray, like, his expansion has not been like a lot of villagers are still in harm's way. That's what I mean. What's going on the other side as well? Blue now trying to force a fight here. Green trying to get these trebuchets. Got one and doesn't get the other one. Yellow is in front here. Is getting his upgrades right now. Misses the final armor upgrade though. Should probably get that pretty soon because you want to be able to fight the arbalest. And blue is fighting between the fire of two castles without siege. And now gets surrounded by the knights. Yellow fighting before his armor comes in. But if you spread up your units like this, even Castleight's Knight are still going to do pretty fine against this. And blue losing a lot of numbers. If they had a chance, it was blue having an army, and maybe green and blue would be able to push this together. But now that blue has lost most of his army there, is still losing army. It's starting to look bleaker and bleaker and bleaker and bleaker for Charruas. And I want to be a cheerleader. I want to say yes. You have a shot. Everyone has a shot. You can always come back. But there is points where there's just no way to come back anymore. And at that point, we're getting close to this point now as blue drops below 40 villagers. Lost an insane amount of vills in this wood line. That's crazy. He's actually still chopping. He didn't rebuild the lumber camp either, so. Gray now has lost his choke point. The position is worse and worse. You get red and yellow, and it's just the entire Bloodseekers team. They smell blood, and they're out to get it too. They're kind of driving a wedge between the two flanks and pockets over here. So yeah, we're getting I admire the spirit from the Charruas team. Definitely admire them. They were, they played pretty well the last time I casted them. I admire their fighting spirit. It's just there comes a point where there's going to be little that you can do against this. Now that the Indian player gets the Imperial H2, it's going to be heavy camel for them. So the Burgundian player will never be able to really challenge that. Britain player has 8 Arbalests right now. Without Bracer, by the way. No Bracer for the Britain Arbalest, which kind of is kind of important against camels. Yeah, and Gray is like, he's trying, but I mean, what do you do against this? There's no way. Like, Teal can't come and help because he's separated from his buddy by this death ball. And Gray's gonna lose everything. Everything. He's trying to run away with the Vils there, but yeah, the camels are gonna chase that down and destroy it. They're being very thorough. They're even getting rid of the farms. Like, no civilization shall ever reboom here. Blue is building some production buildings in green. They're preparing themselves for a siege as green is taking a fight here against yellow. A fight that he's actually winning right now. Yellow doesn't have the same number, but red has Arbalest here. Without chemistry though, missing that upgrade. Paladin on the way for the Burgundian player. But yeah, green, the fact is he was winning the cavalry engagement, and he's not winning over here. Look how many green bodies you have over there. Arbalest definitely helping yellow out here a lot. Yeah, this is it's rough. I don't know what to say, man. It's hard to come up with new things to say. Ooh, actually interesting. Counter rate now from Teal. He is getting a paladin in just a second. Let's see if purple spots this. Let's see purple's reaction, once he realizes that this is going on. And they are paladin in 5 seconds. Town Bell! Oh no, not the Town Bell. Well, actually, maybe in this case, considering these paladins are going to spread out over your economy, maybe you can make a case for it. A lot of villages that could still be killed, but yeah, Teal realizing you're not gonna be able to fight this. It's heavy camel. The army is about to march into his base, so he calls the GG, and especially because they just cannot clear this little ball of Arbalest. Now it's gonna be elite eagle warriors with a lot of pierce armor and melee armor. Well, actually not a lot of melee armor, but lots of pierce armor, and that will be that. Just kind of waiting for green to resign. Khaleesi, indomitable with a fighting spirit, like a dragon breathing fire, refuses to bow down, but has to recognize her superior and the onslaught of units coming her way from the Bloodseeker team. Awesome, great game, really good stuff. That could have gone either way. That depending on how the push went for blue and green. And unfortunately, they had that good fight. They had the possession. They killed this town center. But then they just kind of sat back and allowed the red and yellow to fortify this, take this hill and start pushing blue's base. Right there. These two castles should never have gone up. Never. But up they went. And then it was blue defending instead of pushing. And at the same time, Grey was already kind of dead here. Grey was behind since Feudal Age, It just snowballed quite far on him. This is why Age of Empires is such a punishing game. The snowball is real. It really is real. You fall behind, if the task of good players to keep you behind. And orange and purple, they did just that. Look at the army production. Exactly what you needed to do. Look at the KD for yellow. That was villager kills. A lot of that is Vil kills. He killed a lot of villagers. That's why it's so much better than his death count. Poor blue. Losing 50 Vils like that. Ugh. Economy looking very good for the Khmer player. Look at that. 31,000 food. Very good stuff. Only yellow got close by that food count, and yellow also got. He also slung some food to other players. So that's clear. That's good. Good teamwork. This was one questionable thing too. If you look at the up times here, blue he wasn't late a few late because he wanted to go fast castle, but he got delayed, so his castle age was technically not really fast castle anymore. Beyond 18 minutes, it's not really FC anymore. So that, you know, the man at arms got in. You don't make military to defend yourself, and yep, it's gonna get rough for you. It's only green that saved blue there, so good that green made a lot of scouts. So at least, you know, blue probably said, I'm going FC, and green said, okay, I'll make lots of scouts to compensate for that. But Gray didn't try to go fast castle. He was just late to few lates in general, and then his castle age was very late because he took a lot of damage there. Having archers in your base and then not having anything to defend, losing a lot of units there yourself. Alright, oh wait, scoreboard. Let me update that. 1-0 for the Bloodseekers. Now, let's go to the home map for Charruas. Let's see if they can bring it back in the final game of the day. So, buckle up, buckaroo for that. And here we go. Yeah, there we go. I was afraid it wouldn't load. Okay, well, of course, it is Kanagawa. So, welcome to the last game of the day. It is, as we can see, it is... sorry, let me catch my my train of thought there. It is Charruas in the north versus Bloodseekers in the south. It is 1-0 for Bloodseekers, so Charruas has to win this game to have a chance of winning the set on their home map here, which they will probably have some form of strategy prepared. So let's see how that is going to go for them. Let's introduce the players again. We got Siba playing as the Cumans. Interesting pick. Let's see what he's going to go for that. Lithuanians for Khaleesi. She likes her cavalry, that's for sure. Rockman didn't play last game, is in now. Maybe some new players will help bring in a win. Playing as the Teutons. Stuff. Then in the gray, as I misclicked, we have Ima, also a new player, I think, playing as the Malay. Interesting. Okay. Some unusual civilizations. Not like considering their civ draft, I would have expected a few other civs here, but expectations are there to not be met. So in the orange, we have Isis Ragnar playing as the Chinese. Very solid civ on this. In the purple, we've got Sicilians. Yep, very good. Oh, I should say the name, Camillo. I'm sorry, Camilo. I almost forgot. Sometimes I do that. I kind of say the color and the civ, and then I forgot the name. It happens. We got Panzer playing as the Spanish. Very good stuff. And in last but not least, we got David Spin playing as the Huns. Okay, well, now that we have all the civilizations introduced, let's have a quick think about what we can expect from this matchup, right? So, if you're not familiar with Kanagawa, which if you've watched the stream today, how is that even possible? Kanagawa, two golden pits, you know, in the middle of the map between the flanks of the two players. All the stone of the map is in the middle, so if you want stone for castle, you gotta go all the way out here. The relics are here, which Khaleesi will be eyeballing because she is playing as the Lithuanians. Extra attack. Players start quite far away from each other, so you have some time to build up for your first rush. And yeah, eventually you'll have to move out to the gold because the gold at your own base is quite limited. It's 8 tiles only. So, yeah, that's I mean, lots of these games on these maps have been quite good. They have often devolved into battles across the middle, which is of course what we want to see from Double Golden Pit, which is what this map essentially is. Although I like the fact that the stone is all in the middle, you know, because it's much more difficult to lock down the middle now. You have to make military to do it. You can't just like send 20 villagers, get that castle up, and then even though you lose half of them getting it up, you still have the gold, so you can just spend your eagles and then still win. You know? I'm not being salty here. Not at all. But yeah. That's why I like this map, because the stone thing, it just adds a bit of spice to the game, which is always good. As for civilizations, though, so Huns on the flank is always yeah, you can do that. I still like Huns as pocket better. You know, because the faster producing stables, which is a team bonus, so every player on the team will have that. But still, I mean, Huns are pretty good at that. But they can go for cavalry archers as well. It'd be pretty sweet if you have some extra gold, even though they're cheaper for Huns. As for Spanish have really good cavalry. That's totally fine. It's like the generic good cavalry. They don't have any particular bonuses for it, but they're good at it. Trade, of course, is a thing. If you lose control of the gold, although, honestly, you'd rather not lose control of the gold, right? You can at least trade and get some more gold out of that. Then for the purple here in the Sicilians, I like Sicilians if you're up against, say, camel civs or civs that are likely to go add in some pikemen. You're not going to see any camels this map because none of the pockets at least can make camels. Of course you can't. There's some civilizations here that can make camels. So, but Sicilian's still good all around, I'd say. Chinese. I mean, I don't have to say anything about Chinese. They're just a strong civ. Period. That's kind of the whole thing. You know, they're not. There's a few maps where Chinese are specifically good, but most of the maps are just like, well, it's because they're Chinese. They're good. It's fine. Exactly. Malay, though. So with Malay, you have a faster uptime, so you can go up later with more villagers. You see that Gray is going to click up right now. Is going to get there, or even with more villagers there. Is going to be able to get there with more vills, so that's pretty good for them. Looks like Purple's actually going fast castle, because he's 24 vills there, so that's quite high. And still queuing more, so yeah, that's definitely fast castle, I think. Yep. There's always a risk, but if it pays off, it pays off. Kind of wants to skip the feudal phase. It's not walled though, so that is risky. Especially when you're up against players like Khaleesi, who like to spam knights and cavalry. And scouts right now. I think that's the only fast castle attempt here. I mean, Gray is he's just doing the normal Malay stuff. Like, look how fast the uptime is. You get there with 23 vills instead of the normal 20 or some 21. It's essentially an eco bonus. And for the Teutons here, well, Teutons. What I like about Teutons on a map like this is that often in case fights will happen here. So it's easier to fight, to force a fight, which is when Teutons shine. Like the thing that they hate is running away, enemies that just run away from them, right? That's what the Teuton player will detest, because you don't have Husbandry, you can't chase it down. But if you can force fights, you're in an advantage because you have that extra melee armor. And castellates, that is. Lithuanians are just good, period. Getting the relic, also good. Now I want to see, what is the Cuman player going to do? Are we going to go for a second TC? Sending some vills forward. Interesting. Spearman too to protect here. Red is going to see that now, though. Unless he's not paying attention. Might have missed that. It happens, you know, if you're not looking at your scout and you just pass by, right? You just miss something small. It happens a lot. Now, looks like Purple will probably get away with the fast castle play here. Yep. Put it to Gaia. Right now, scouting around. I'm just... Okay, so that is risky. This is very risky. Very risky. Human 2TC play. If you can get away with it, yes. But this town center is exposed. It is forward, and also it's on gold, which is not what you need when you're booming with humans, because you're not making a lot of gold units anyways. It's better to put it on wood, get fills on wood, make farms, get up the castles as fast as possible. So this could backfire big time for Siva. It could also be very nice if you can get that build lead and get into the castles with around 60 bills and not lose them. You'll be happy. It's just really difficult to keep villagers over here safe. That's why I'm kind of questioning that TC. Now, your base is still open. You're going to be in feudal age longer than pretty much anyone else. If it even gets up. Red. Red could deny this. Well, deny. There's no fletching on these archers. Maybe not deny. Well, actually. Good micro. We'll get that scout down. Okay, another scout from red. No, actually, that's red scout. Wait, can he deny this? There's no way, right? The second TC for humans built so slow. 2 archers are denying a TC and a scout. Oh my god, that's why I said it's risky. It's so risky. Oh no. And Blue's just running away with the Vills. This is a nightmare scenario for the human player, because now you're putting all the attention on you. Yellow's gonna send his scouts right here. He's gonna kill this villager, and the town center doesn't go up. Oh my god. This sucks so much for Blue. I told you this could backfire. I want to believe in it. I wanted to be a believer. But you just know the pressure is gonna come in here first. Even if he had gotten it up, I still wouldn't have really liked it, because, you know, red and yellow would have found this anyways. And now all they have to do is just sit on this DC, destroy it, and they have a huge lead over Blue already, because he's invested in that and not gotten anything in return. Also like how Orange kind of has a scout in the middle of Gray's base, and Gray, you know, it's just kind of chilling there. Kind of funny. Okay, well, Teal trying to go for the revenge here, trying to get into Orange's base, which is maybe a mistake. See, this is a bit of you gotta kind of think about it, right? So you know, one, that purple was up really late. That indicates fast castle or just messing up your economy. Either thing. Then you look at the score and you see that the score is really low for purple, right? That also indicates fast castle, because you stretch out your economy to squeeze yourself to the next stage. Imagine if Teal had gone to purple instead, because purple was not going to make any units in defense. He's actually making some spearmen now, but still, you know, you can do some damage there. If Teal recognized, okay, purple is going fast castle, unlikely that he has his defenses up because it's difficult to do that. Let's attack him first. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you need to have some game sense like me. I probably wouldn't have noticed it myself if it wasn't a game, but I'm just telling you as the observer what to look for in a game, and then maybe you will notice it in the next game. Maybe I will notice it next game. Because now Teal's double backing there, but now Purple is in the Castle Age, can just easily send his Knights in defense, and you're up against Knights with Feudal Age units. But the Knights are going forward. Purple didn't realize it now, right? Send your Knights back. Not the town bell! This has been the town bell game, man. I've heard the town bell more than I've heard it ever in Virgo Cup so far. So yeah, Blue's not loving his life right now. You know, he was trying to go for a cumin boom, and now it's just gonna get punished. And the 1 gold he could take, right? Oh, this is so bad for Blue. This is so unbelievably bad for Blue. The second town center gets denied, so he has to delete it. Doesn't even get most of the resources. Now his gold that he wants to take right there, and Red is gonna tower it. His other gold outside of the walls. Red is defending with some spearmen, so Green can never stop these archers. This is just perfect. This is perfect. Oh, but that's a lot of scouts. Red upgrades. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Keep your spearmen close. Keep them close. Here we go. Let's see how the spearmen are going to do. Let's see how the 5 spearmen against 8 scouts with upgrades. Green doubling back, trying to get around the spearmen here. Does lose a lot of his scouts there. But I think you can clear this. I think you can. The villager's going to go down before the tower goes up. And Green, once again, saving her flank there. That would have been really bad for Blue there. Would have been off for gold. Never going to get up the Castle Age that way without selling some resources. And I lie because he already clicked up, so never mind. But still, you know. If you want to make archers, good luck doing that without gold. Really good stuff from Green. That was exactly what they needed. Oh boy, it's looking rough on the other side. Orange and Purple again making their way into the opponent's base there. Purple using that fast castle to get to some knights quickly. And now there's already some knights in there. And you're forced to defend with scouts? Did Gray make scouts? He's making scouts instead of archers. Well, let's just say that melee scouts are one of the worst in the game. Simply because you cannot upgrade them beyond Feudal Age. I will just leave it at that. Let's snipe one of the knights of Purple now. Orange losing a bunch of the archers too, but he's still keeping Gray off with gold. So That might also be why he's going for scouts, because he simply doesn't have the gold to make anything else. I wonder if he wanted to go for some Elephantos. It would have been hilarious. I wonder if Red is going to send... Yeah, he's sending another villager. It's like Vivi, man. You know, one villager tower loses the Vil, sends one more Vil, and it's not even a fully HP Vil. This is like Vivi. That's hilarious, man. That's really funny. No, well, yeah, Green unfortunately lost a lot of knights trying to defend this. Now Blue is going to delete his stable. Oh, because his knights got stuck behind the... Oh, that's unfortunate. He deleted the stable because the knights got stuck here. I mean, I would have deleted the palisade walls, but you probably couldn't click them because they were behind. Kind of got to double click that then. Okay, Green again is going to snipe the Vil. Yeah, and it walked all the way over here to not finish the tower. That's hilarious. Yeah, Red, that's not going to work. It's not going to work for Red. No, I'll just have to give up on that idea. I might even just delete the tower at this point. And delete the palisade walls. I mean, there's no reason to do that, but, you know, it makes me think there's something out there. Well, there's clearly not. Okay, looking good for Charruas on this side. Yes, great, did take some damage there, but they are still moving out here. They're going to go to the middle now, but oh boy. Orange is sending. He is sending. Purple is here too with some knights. Orange is here with some spearmen. That will definitely help. Is this another town center that's going to get tonight? Please tell me it ain't so. It's looking kind of hairy now. I mean, I think Gray could definitely help me not get in a heart attack by just quick walling in his villagers. You know, that would help me. But the town center does go up. There we go. There's some gold control now for Gray and Teal. They will definitely be looking to control this left pit. The same thing here for Blue. Blue is going to try again with the town center, and this time it's going to go up a lot faster because he's in castle age now. I think that will actually go up this time. Which is nice for Blue. That is only a second town center, that's the irony. You see, now he's far behind. Like, this Cume and Boom could have worked out really nicely for them, but just denying a town center is really good for Red and Yellow. So even if they're a bit behind themselves now, it's okay, because the Cume player doesn't have 60 villagers right now. He has only 40, which is, you know, that's fine. Oh, giant fight over here. Orange also going for the knights. Chinese knights are full knights here for the other side. And yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the Malay player wanted to go for elephants. So the response here now is to get a monastery. Just immediately, just build a monastery, start converting those bad boys. They are only Malay elephants though. They're cheap, but they don't have a lot of armor. They still do pretty well against knights. They also do area damage around them, which is why they're so good against infantry. Yeah, a few elephants, unfortunately, not going to do well against a lot of knights here. The production from orange and purple really good over here. I want to keep looking over here because of that red dot, but it's nothing. It's just palisade walls. I should remember that. Okay, red is actually making crossbows, so it's actually a bit of meta play on the other side. You know, more conventional stuff. That's good, of course. Well, and now there's no military control for Teal and Gray. They went forward, but not with enough military, and they're just gonna lose those. They're just gonna lose the town centers here, and that's gonna set their side back even further. Gray about to lose 2 villagers. Okay, phew. Luckily, he hadn't really boomed yet over here, so it's the Vil loss is it's all right, except if. Okay, now they're gonna get the villagers. They actually got the barracks though. Yeah, Teal about to lose his villager here too. He tries to get monasteries out, but the thing is, monks without protection in front of them are not gonna do much here. Looking pretty rough. What's going on the other side? The same thing kind of happening on the other side. Blue and green, they're trying to control this middle with military. But the military production from the Bloodseekers team has been really good. It's just been spamming and spamming right now. Exactly what they needed. But green, sniping the mangonel, really good stuff. It's kind of around here. Yellow is right-clicked town center, so his knights are not engaging against green's knights. So it's allowing green to snipe the crossbows over here. This fight is better. This fight is better for Charruas on this side. It's not awesome because the knights for, green still has less knights over here than yellow. Of course, red still has crossbows, but a lot of the units have gone down. It could have been much worse over this side. This is way worse over here. They've been completely cleared out of gold. Completely. But the Khaleesi, going to the middle, getting yourself some relics, getting yourself some stone. The town center's still up because blue's been preparing it like a boss. But yeah, unfortunately, green, it doesn't have the numbers here now. Blue doesn't have the numbers, so this town center will go down. And the Charruas team have just been kicked out of gold in one fell swoop. Very good for Bloodseekers. All that expansion now gone. And it's actually prompting the Teuton player to go for pikemen, which is, you know, that's nice. But these are Sicilian knights. They tick differently than normal knights. They don't really care about the pointy boys. That tower is still up. I love how red just left that tower there just to freak out blue, like as if that tower was ever going to be completed. You know, just the threat of it is keeping blue up at night. Blue wants that tower down now. It's like, that will never go up. Lost a stone on that now, so that's important. Okay, well, yellow taking the fight over here. +1 only on the attack. Lithuanian knights are stronger now. They have +2 because I think Khaleesi has started to gather some relics here. But still, the crossbows behind. Those few crossbows doing so much. The life cap for the Cuman player just not really working out. Because the Cuman player is only now on gold with 3 villagers. So he doesn't have the resources to go for, say, cavalry archers. For archers or something like that. And now the fight just swinging heavily in the favor of Bloodseekers. Just those few crossbows really helping. Now Orange is going to try to find his way into Teal's base. Let's see if he can get in. There's no holes here, but he can try to break through a palisade wall. Or something like that. And Teal trying to find some damage here. Great. They're going full pikemen, which should prompt. So, I mean, the Chinese player could just go for champions then. It's an easy switch for them. Looks like Khaleesi getting some more relics though. Let's see. 10 + 5. That's at least 3 relics at least. Okay, Teal trying to house wall this behind. Very nice. Trying to keep these knights out, but has to send back his army. Like the pointy boys on their way here. Some night raids in the wood line. Really good stuff. And they're just going to run away. This is why pikemen, you know, if you're paying attention to your army, pikemen should never be able to kill your knights. They just run away. Yeah, exactly. Just run away. Run away. Run away. Ah! Ah! No! Run away! Oh! Orange! Oh no! Orange losing his entire army to pikemen pretty much. He thought he had clicked them away, but they got stuck in the wood line. That was a lot of kills for Grey there. This is the kind of stuff they need to get back into this game, because they need something, because right now yellow and red are destroying on the right side. Like blue is getting pummeled here. Let's see if the Uber Knights can do something here. These knights are much stronger. Blue gets the town center up. Okay, it goes up. Because blue is on... He's on 25 vills. He needs something right now. He's actually migrating with vills all over the map right now. Yeah, look at that. Look at the OP Lithuanian knights. Look at the yellow knights getting cleared up there. 10 + 6 knight. That's no joke. I mean, it's a bit of a mistake for teal and purple that they have not checked the middle yet. That they haven't been here with knights at all. You know, they have had the numbers for a while. They should just be sending. This army right there is sitting here. Send it to the middle. Check the stone. Check if the Lithuanian player went for the relics. Which, duh, of course they went for the relics. And stop it. Right, that's the task for the pocket, because you're giving Charruas a way back into this game now, because Lithuanian knights are no joke when you've got 4 relics and castellate. Like there's absolutely no comparative unit right there. I like that orange has switched into crossbows here. Has also clicked up the imp, so has red. You know, switch into crossbows because you're seeing a lot of pikemen. So yeah, going full knight doesn't work, and also you know. Orange kind of lost his units there, but... one knight raiding the town center. It has 8 HP. It's actually attacking the town center right now. Let's see how long it takes before blue notices that. I'll keep an eye on the minimap. Ooh, red now coming forward to the middle. Might discover to to his displeasure that the Khaleesi and Rockman are already there. Ooh, nice. So Khaleesi trying to get around here to focus the crossbows. But yeah, taking fights here is so difficult when it's just you by yourself and your flank is pretty much dead. You know, we've seen so many instances in this tournament where the flank player dies and the pocket tries to take fights, you know, but can't because those few crossbows just really swinging fights in favor that would otherwise be equal. It's rough. It's rough for sure. Also looks like Steel has enough stone almost to drop a castle, can start to deny stone mining on the other side. Maybe that is the way back. If they can get castles up in the middle and just fortify the bejesus out of it, maybe, you know? But the thing is, it's been a while. I'm pretty sure that they're starting to run out of gold over here soon. I mean, they're switching to pikemen, that definitely helps, you know? Not a lot of gold invested there, but just look at the score. Look at the score for blue and for gray, you know, they're so far behind. Blue's never going to be able to push this. Like, red and yellow can just happily mine all this gold. Like, nothing, no care in the world. And red now switching it to cavalry archers. I like it. I like that a lot. Let's go. Yep, cavalry archers. And they're going to be heavy cavalry archers too, because red already in the Imperial Age. I want to say I believe for Charruas. I want to say, but given last game, given how, you know, strong the later game performance from Bloodseekers was in the end to like close that out, it's going to be really tough from now on for Charruas to ever get back to the middle. 1, get back to the middle. 2, push the rest. Let's see. Who he wants to drop a castle. So Teal dropping a sneaky castle behind here, but Orange paying attention and notices that they're gonna double right back. And are they going to get to deny this? Ooh, but Orange now discovering that it's difficult to click villages behind castle. Here's a tip: hold Alt, and you can click villages behind castle. They don't. Then you're you know, you cannot right click building foundations. Unfortunately, the castle gets denied at 80. What is it? 90%. I have some expletives I want to use for this, and I'm sure that Teal was probably shouting in his microphone right now too, like, you know, all sorts of words I will not repeat here. All that stone, and then he still, you know, the castle does not go up. Deleting it now, you will get what, like maybe less than 100 stone back. This is like everything that they shouldn't, like, that they didn't want to have right now, like the things they couldn't use right now. And that is exactly what happened. Like, the castle gets denied. That's not going to go up anytime soon. They still don't have any middle control. Blue's completely, you know, Blue's base is completely wrecked right now. Blue's trying to reboom between his 2 pockets here. In the pocket of the pockets. But yeah, now there's cavalry archers behind. And they called it GG because they realized that there is not going to be... There's no win condition here anymore. There's no win condition. They can't push this. They can't push this. They can't push this even though it's 2 town centers and that's it. There's no way. But they called it GG. Or at least one person calls it GG. I've seen often case GGs are called, but then it doesn't actually... Well, are they going to continue then? Because Steel is on the way up the Imperial Age, so maybe. I mean, like, where do you go from here, right? Like, yeah, the Teuton player gets the imp, but Karambit warriors? That's hilarious. Those are not going to do very well against the Arbalest. Actually, that's a lie. Karambit warriors do actually quite well against archers if you just mask them and keep spamming them. If you've ever played Castle Blood Automatic, CBA, you know that Karambit warriors do well against archers. Foot archers, at least. It's just because they're so fast and kill them so fast, you know? And the reason why they're doing quite well, as Purple now raiding the stone. Oh, this is the death blow. There can be no way after this. Not when there's a ball of cavalry archers on the right. Not when your stone mining operation is completely wrecked. Not while this position is impossible to push. Yeah, the reason why Karambit warriors do okay against Arbalest is because Arbalest, yeah, they kill them fast, but that's the thing, they kill them too fast. So, you know, there's a lot of overkill going on, and in that time, Karambit warriors can do a lot of damage to a lot of Arbalest. You'll see. they'll do fine. Their castle, remember, mind you, they're castle age. Yeah, they're gonna die fast here. Castle definitely doesn't help, but look, still clearing up a good third of the Arbalest army. That's more than you were probably expecting. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, but this is resigned territory. No gold control whatsoever. Yeah, the Lithuanian relics are about to go down. And Teal probably told Khaleesi, okay, let's not resign just yet. I want to go up to Imp and see if I can do something, but yeah. Nope. GG! It is GG indeed. Alright. Stretching a bit here. How long has it been? 6.5 hours. Jesus Christ. I make... It's like a full-time job, this, almost. There we go. GG. Let me update the scoreboard. Boom. 0-2. Good stuff. Yeah, Charruas, they gave it their best. They gave it their best, for sure, you could tell. But Bloodseekers just a tad better there. Convincingly winning both games. First game was a bit... Kila, you know, as I would say. It's quite, you know, there were some swings in there. This game was more, you know, was less of a swing. Like there was, you know, Charruas tried to control the middle there, but unfortunately they just didn't have the military to back that up, and were just pushed out right off there. And then after that, you know, just never was able to get back onto the middle. So just have a short look at the statistics here, just for people who want to see that. You know, just this there, 70 military for red. That's crazy. Really good stuff for him. 60 for purple, 62 for gray, but that was also a lot of Karambit warriors and pikemen. So looking at the economy will be better for Bloodseekers because they have more villagers. You know, you could tell by the vill counts. The booms were better for them, and when you boom and you get away with that, then in the end you have the resources to click up the imp fast. You have the resource to spam military, and the low eco pusher. It's not gonna work in the long run, at least. See, like, this was more convincing. So, congratulations to Bloodseekers for winning the set. Good luck next for Charruas. Definitely keep your head up. You know, this is you can keep your heads up after this fight because you gave it your best. Neither of these was a stomp. You know, just because this fight was more convincing doesn't mean that this was a stomp. Not like that one game we saw today. In any case.